Okay, so today I'm just going to do a little tutorial on how to make your little door hangers, which are super cute. What I'm doing today is enter at your own risk. I also have girls only, boys only, dreaming of unicorns, come in or keep out, 2 stencils in that one, and a very appropriate one, wash your hands. But today I'm doing enter at your own risk, and I'm going to show you how to paint this and stencil it. So I'm using coal black, and what I've done, I don't know if you can see it, I have put a couple of yogurt or whatever container lids on there to keep it elevated, because I'm actually going to paint the 2 sides 2 different colors. So I'm going to paint this one. I'm using coal black right now, Fusion Coal Black, which is a beautiful black color. It also is a chalkboard color, so if I wanted to, after this is dry, I can just use chalk to write a little message on it to somebody, like enter at your own risk, Andy. That's my husband. Anyway, you can see that the paint covers in one coat. It's just going to take one coat. I'm just putting it on carefully. The paint is really sticky, and also dries super fast. But I'm going to be careful. You're going to be maybe wanting to wear gloves because it's hard to get off your hands. So if you want to wear gloves, I think we're providing some kid-size gloves in with the kids, which is smart. Or you just have to be a little careful. So I have a Kleenex here. I got some on my finger. That's all I need to do. That side is done. So now I'm just going to let it dry and then come back and do the second coat. Okay, I'm back. This is nice and dry. It's been about an hour. It's super dry now. I'm taking it off of the little lids and putting it down on my cardboard. And I'm going to stencil. And I'm using this enter at your own risk stencil. So I'm going to place it down where I want it and use a little bit of masking tape so it doesn't move around. I've got my white paint over here that I'm using, and I am going to, same brush, I washed it, and I'm going to turn it into a stencil brush because most people probably don't have a stencil brush lying around. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to make the brushes smaller and firmer, I'm going to wrap this elastic really tight around the ends of the bristles and turn it into a stencil brush. Fancy that. Okay, lesson on stenciling. Less is more. You have to use an almost dry brush. So I'm going to be dabbing almost all of this paint off on the cardboard till it's nearly dry. If you touch your hand, you should be getting no paint on there at all. Then you use very little paint, but lots of pressure to stencil. It actually didn't need a second coat, so I didn't bother putting a second coat. That coal black just goes on like a charm. And when you need more paint, pick it up, but again, dab it right off as much as you can. And just keep stenciling away. These are Mylar stencils made by my friend Joanne and Bob Cajun. So they can be reused as many times as you want, and you don't even have to wash them. I never wash my stencils, and they're just fine. And notice that I'm holding that brush by the bristles, so that keeps them stiff as well, otherwise they would not be stiff enough. And then, after I finish stenciling, I'm going to wash that brush, and then I'll be able to use it for other projects. Sounds like a woodpecker, doesn't it? I heard a woodpecker yesterday. It sounded like it was about the size of a small dog. When I looked up in the tree, it was a tiny little thing. Who knew? Sounded a lot louder than this. I'm almost done here. That looks like really good coverage to me, and we'll see if I did a good job. So all you have to do is peel it back. No, I used too much paint. See, just too much paint, but that's fine. I'm happy with it anyway. Enter at your own risk. And I'll probably paint the back another color and do the same thing over again with another color. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this mini tutorial. Okay, I'm re-stenciling my sign. I wasn't happy with it. So this time I'm using a proper stencil brush, which I have been able to order and now have on the website. These are proper stencil brushes. So they're gonna give me, because they're much stiffer than that other little paintbrush that you're getting, they're just gonna give you a much better experience of stenciling, and you actually need to use a lot less pressure. And I think that is the big factor with not getting too much paint on, is that although I'm using pressure, it's just going on so much easier than that soft brush did. So I'm not going to recommend that. There's probably another way of doing it as well. If you don't want to get a stencil brush, you could probably use a makeup sponge and just do like a swirling action like that, and that would probably work just fine as well. But see what I'm doing? I keep forgetting to knock the paint off. And you have to remember to knock the paint off. Every single time you pick up some more paint, you have to knock it off. You can check too, you can lift the stencil and see how you're doing. Ooh, I'm doing good. And that's exactly what I want. A nice crisp line. Not too much paint. And just so you can see, and the picket fence over the coal black really shows up nicely. And this one is the enter at your own risk. I still have a few of the other ones left, and I have, I think, one of these left in the craft stencil kits, in case you want to order them. And they are now available online. Oh, see, I'm so much happier than that. I don't know if you can see there, but the lines are much, much crisper and sharper. So that's a wrap.